From today, the 7th of August, Claire Ford and me, Kate Sweeney, are moving in to Northbourne Care Home, which is in Gateshead, and we are going to live there for a whole month. Everybody, as soon as you tell them, reflect on their own fears or their own experiences. So the residency really seems to, the idea of it seems to touch on quite a contemporary issue. I'm feeling really nervous, I don't know why. It's all those maybe human feelings. I hope people like me. I hope that when it don't get in people's way. What about the food? I think Claire and I must be a bit odd because we're both really, really excited about it.
The thing I'm most excited for, I think to have more deeper meaningful relationships, I think, with the staff and the residents, in fact. Yeah, I think that's what it is. To really find out really what is going on in a care home, because really we don't really know, because we're only in usually for like, what, 2 hours? And then we disappear again. So I think that's mainly what it is for me. And to spend time with Kate and to be able to like push ideas further and concentrate on one thing for a longer period of time. That's really what it is for me, I think. How does that look?
So just, call me. I'm just...
Maybe see you tonight?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Take it
Thank
slow.
you so much for your help
Thank you
with
for
everything for the past 8 years.
Okay, that's been great.
It's been great. One of the ways that we decided we wanted to work was to have these sort of fragments and vignettes of work that slowly would weave together. The things that you would do would unfold and be responsive to the lives and the interests of the residents.
Oh yeah, well I used to do social auditing.
That's been, I think, quite an interesting thing for both our practices, on an evening or in the morning, sort of discussing where we are going on that journey. And that's the scary bit, is being open to it. Because actually, your comfort zone is doing things that you know are going to work, whereas you might not necessarily know these things are going to work. We've just gone for it.
They've done photography, yarn bombing, hand casting, sewing, painting.
And they've had a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
A lot of laughter.
Because we're here all the time, we were able to have really long conversations with people.
You need to tell me more.
Look at me like a podcast.
It's quite improvised, and from our point of view, it was like, well, oh gosh, what can we do with this?
One of the main things when you're working with dementia, and one of the things that both Claire and I believe in, is that the work is in the moment. The work is, the main part of it is happening right there and then.
One of the residents the other day, we knocked on a door, and she opened the door and she said, "Where are we going? What are we doing?" So, that even though the dementia is there and she may be forgetting what she's doing with us, the familiarity's still there, and that memory of doing and being busy and helping and assisting and is very much there.
I think there's been a buzz when they've been here, and people are looking for them. And those occasions where they weren't here, they've been missed.
I've never known a mum as settled and as happy. And that's what they need, isn't it? Just to keep them stimulated. And that's what she's getting here. Where's your scissors? Let's start from this.
Dementia has a lot of strangeness in its sentences that don't quite make sense, but there's gaps in those sentences that can be quite beautiful, quite resonant, quite powerful to hear someone. And so maybe art allows a space for that, whereas the real world doesn't know how to deal with it.
The staff are just unbelievable. I am not sure how people can actually do it for the amount of hours that they do, for the emotional and the physical care that they are giving to people all of the time. And that's been one of our challenges, is we want to really get that across to the wider community.
A lot of the hardest bits of being here have been seeing how families and friends just stop visiting people, and that the emphasis for care and love and kindness falls on the staff. Emotional labour is often hidden. So there was a nice overlap for me when we started to think about doing these plaster hand casts, of trying to capture with the staff this idea of the emotional labour that's involved in the everyday sort of care. There are so many critical things going on in a care home, the medical side of it, just the existential sadness of death.
Yeah. And it's funny because
people died last week, and it's like those things do make you. They constantly make you think, well, why would art be important here, or why would creativity, and so you have to sort of realise you have to sort of try and find answers to them.
But I think that's probably what we've been, and why we're so emotionally exhausted, is that heaviness is really quite hard to shift when we're trying to do lighter things and immersive things.
It is, I think, yes.
That's
exactly
what it is.
Right.
So we're struggling with this whole concept that 2 people have died down the corridor, and we're trying to do something quite simple in the dining room, and you think, God blimey, is this really insensitive? Or are we trying... You know, it's all of those questions all of the time.
You do get the feeling from the staff that you get on with that the right answer is to do stuff, because somebody might have died, but
There's
everybody
another
else
30 residents living here.
There's a place, I think, for things that are a little bit lighter.
We aren't changing the world, we're just creating those pockets of positivity within such much more of a complex situation, really.
It's been a way for us to capture and, as artists, take away and hopefully make something resonant about what a care home's, what it's like.
Got glue in it, that.
I would like to share with the wider community some of the more small, lovely things that happen, because I think people focus on the bad. On Monday, the 4th of December, we opened our Moving In exhibition that captures really our aims and objectives of the residency. There is work that we've made with residents, and there's also elements of work by residents, but there's also an element to the work that is reflective of our sense of the process.
This was a piece that naturally came from the residency. Flo moved into Northbourne Care Home at a very similar time to Kate and I. We had very similar emotions. We were going through the same questions, like who was going to be our friend, where we're going to sit at the dining table. So we jumped on the bandwagon of I'd like to do something in Flo's bedroom to help Flo settle in and to decorate it to make it a bit more personal to her. This is something that I would never ever get the chance to do, because obviously it's quite a deep-rooted project that, you know, I've had time to really get to know Flo and her family, and it's been beautiful for me because I've never had a chance to really link the digital side of what I really love doing, as well as the textiles and the practical. So it's enabled time for me to really delve deep into that and learn a new skill.
Quite a few dresses and a box of soap.
Listen to her accent.
We did start off with this idea of cloth and wool and thread and connectivity. That has kind of weaved through the thing, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
These postcards were put inside the envelopes, tied around the gates outside Costa, and we had lots and lots of replies from lots of different people in the local community. Get back to residents. I think it was only 4 days, and we had to go and take it down
because then we were being inundated
bombarded
with replies. Which just goes to show you how much people do want to reach out, and how much institutions have these invisible and sometimes real walls around them that keep communities separate. It's like people do want to connect to the people that live in their communities and that now live in care homes that are still situated in their communities but they can't get to.
It's brought the community in. It's given our residents the chance to express things that we'd never thought about.
I feel completely immersed in this setting. I've never ever felt like I can walk in and feel 100% confident. I just want to continue that relationship because it feels like it's getting deeper and deeper.
The aim of it was to develop us as artists. What we really wanted to do was get to the heart of what it means to make something with someone who won't remember that they've made it, and also who might pass away. That really makes you realise that as an artist you have to be collaborative,
Yeah.
because then it's not just their stuff, it's also my stuff.
What I've realised is actually the biggest reward for me is the response, the reward I've had personally from it. It's been a lot deeper and a lot greater because of that deepened relationship.
Yeah.
It's been huge.
They've expressed themselves in different ways to just talking, and especially those with the dementia. It's unlocked a lot of things. It's been great for everybody, you know, the residents, the staff, visitors, everyone.
Totally soaked.
Married. Something must have happened.